And back to Facebook Live, YouTube Live on FIA ERC. We are at the end of stage SSS0. This is a first for me, having a stage with a 0 at the start of it. The first cars are just starting through. Got a couple of Italian drivers from the Italian Championship in their Ford Fiestas. Then we will be getting the likes of Alexei Lukinak, Fabio Andolfi, Craig Breen, and the likes of them. So Toyota first, sorry, he's not on my start list anyway. Toyota, then there should be some Fiestas. It's another Toyota, I can see it. But this stage is basically downtown Rome. Not right where we are, but where the stage runs is downtown Rome. They go past the Colosseum and everything. It's 1 3/4 laps, 2.7 kilometers long. And so far, we're doing it in 2 minutes 16. But we've just done the parade through the streets of Rome. Quite entertaining, I have to say. Jumping red lights in a police escort. It was pretty cool. Hopefully you see all those pictures later on our social media feed. So but we'll get ourselves all ready and waiting. But the first car we will see, which will be the third car on the road, as far as I'm aware, because the Toyotas weren't on my start list. I have 2 Ford Fiestas on my start list. And then it is Alexei Lukinak and Alexei Arnotov leading the European Rally Championship. Then it's followed by Fabio Andolfi, Andreas Mikkelsen, Gian Domenico Basso, Miko Marcek, Craig Breen, Nikolai Gryazin, Tommaso Ciuffi, Fran Lorena, Andrea Crugnola. And then we go down the order. Neil Solens, Tommaso, Saiz, Mazzaconi. And I just wait as I look behind. I think this is one of these new Toyotas, the new championship they're just launching this weekend in Italy for Toyota Yaris's. And you can kind of see what it is. Standard production car to a degree. A little bit of obviously modifications put on it and things like that. But that is what they are there. Bit of a run through for them. Actually, a very nice looking car. It is a really nice looking car. But hopefully, yeah. And then there's a couple of Fiestas before we get into our main ERC Challenge drivers. So be interesting to see what's going on. Just sometimes we'll aboard a couple of minutes and 13. I think by the time we get our Lukinaks, we'll be looking at early 2 minutes before we come through here. This stage, even though it's SSS0, it does count towards the classification. It is part of the rally. I asked how come we had a 0 on it and not stage 1, and it was pure and simply because all of the road books and all of everything was made, so they just made this SSS0 because this was a late edition. And what an edition! Absolutely brilliant edition, bringing rally to the people right in the centre of Rome. And on our parade through, hundreds and hundreds of people lining the streets, tourists, locals, sitting in restaurants and things like that, and they are watching the world go by, and then all of a sudden they were watching rally cars go by. But we're just on the outskirts. There's a little parkland over here, and big wide road. If it's all as wide as this, it's lovely, but I've got a funny feeling it might not be all as wide as this, as our next car, they turn 90 left and then come down towards us on that big, wide, fast, straight. Flying finish is just there, and then they back off. Just after the turning is the flying finish, and then they cruise down to where we are at the end of the stage. So this is our basically junior Italian Rally Championship, Ford Fiestas, Rally 4 cars, and that is what we've got there. We've got a couple of them, and then we will get into our main European Championship contenders. Our championship leaders, if I get my phone out, I'll be able to just give you a bit of an update on what is going on Championship Challenge wise as we go into the event. Let's just have a quick look. I've got loads of photographs from our run through the thing, but Alexei Lukinak leads the championship by 9 points over Andreas Mikkelsen. Miko Marcek is in third place, followed by Nikolai Gryazin after that win on round 2. Fran Lorena is in 5th, Breen is in 6th, Neil Solens is in 7th, Eric Saiz is 8th, Norbert Herzig 9th, with Emilio Fernandez in 10th. As we just get a look at the marshals working away. In ERC Juniors, it's Ken Thorne, followed by John Armstrong and Oscar Solberg. ERC 2, it's Dmitry Feofanov. A couple of podiums, well, 2 podiums, but also a win in the second round. Then it is Michał Prajcek, Javier Pardo, who won the first round of the ERC2 category back in Poland. Then Darius Polonsky, and they are Bath runners, Gobin as well here. They will have a much better chance this weekend. The first 2 rounds are on gravel. It's not the ideal surfaces for your rear-wheel drive Abbas, but the fast-flowing bumpy, twisty roads that we have here are more suited to a rear-wheel drive RGT car. ERC3 drivers is Sami Payari leads by 11 points over Pep Bassas, followed by Nick Loof. Then it is John Baptiste Franceschi winning round 2, Payari winning round 1, and then it is brother Matthew Franceschi. We go into ERC3 Juniors, which is very kind of similar. It's Payari followed by Loof. Norbert Meyer is third in that championship. Kasper Kasari is in fourth, followed by JB Franceschi. And our teams championship, ERC teams, Talksport are out front by 6 points, followed by Rally Team Spain. Some beautiful scenery that you'll see out and about on the pictures from our cameras that are out there now, eye in the sky, of the famous landmarks that are in and around Rome and that make Rome very, very famous. I was just giving out our results of our championship as we go into this first stage. The Clio Trophy by Talksport WRT. It's Andrea Mabellini who is out front. He won round 2. Then it is Paolo Soria who won round 1. He is in second in the championship. And then Giovanni Rossi who is in third place. Plenty of people out watching in the streets. We mentioned them just before. They watched the parade. They're now going to watch the high-speed action that is coming. And hopefully the next car that we see will be very, very high speed, because it should be Alexei Lukyanuk and Alexei Arnatov. As I said, championship leaders who are out there. You might even get just a glimpse somewhere from this vantage point. We might get a glimpse of them sweeping 90 right and up and over the hill. Then the next time we see them, they turn 90 left and come towards us. But qualifying this morning, Nikolai Gryzin, he was quickest through, the winner in the previous round. But you know, when we did the road selection order, I was thinking he's going to go first, and then the second quickest will go second, all the way to 15th. Gryzin jumped out of the car and picked 15th. Everybody was a little bit shocked by that. Craig Breen just doesn't really get it. He said, I don't understand it, unless he wants to have a bit of a lie-in. You can see Lukyanuk now in the stage. This is what we're wanting to see. He's just gone away and disappeared up over the hill. And you see plenty of people. You've got to watch. There's a lot of traffic furniture on stages like this. You've got to be really careful. Curbs, roundabouts, concrete blocks. We've seen in the past many, many drivers making mistakes and hitting stuff in stages like this, which is just very, very difficult. Heavy braking areas, make sure you get your braking area done properly. I'm just going to turn my audio down because I'm just getting an echo. I'm hearing myself about 25 seconds later, so I've just turned my audio down. But yeah, so you can see the likes of where you can make a big mistake in here. Hopefully no one does, but it has been seen in the past. I remember in Liepāja, Bruno Magalesh and Alexei Lukyanuk in the past going off in these kind of stages. So you've got to be careful. It is a competitive stage. It is all about winning. As Alexei Lukyanuk and Alexei Arnatov, they come towards us, and I'm going to get on the other side of the car. Long run down towards the stop line. The widest road in the world. I'm not really sure where to stand because it's just so wide. So we'll get ourselves sorted. Get my start list into the other hand. I got my, as Chris Ross calls it, my Freddie Mercury microphone stick with me. As if I go off air, I won't know because I can't hear myself. Alexei Lukyanuk, he's got new gloves. I just noticed he's got new gloves, so we'll get a quick word at him. Just take his crash helmet off, get ourselves sorted. A little light on him just to get himself ready. Puts his cap on. So, Alexei, a stage around the city of Rome, what was that like? How was it?
It's hot, you know, and yeah.
What's wrong?
What do you want to hear from me?
I want to hear what the experience is like.
It's just a start. It's a Mickey Mouse stage. All good, fantastic. We are happy.
Okay, Alexei Lukyanuk doesn't seem to be particularly happy about something. I'm not really sure what is going on there. When I said we'd be in the early 2s, 2 minutes, we're into 1:55.7. I'm not sure what is going on there with him. I'm not sure what is happening because he's just... What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? It's a Mickey Mouse stage. We're in the city of Rome. We're running around in Rome. I'm not quite getting that. If he's made a mistake somewhere, I don't know. But Alexei Lukanuk is just super happy. He normally is. He can be sometimes, I don't know, edgy, frustrated, but I don't know. I just was a bit surprised by that. Fabio Andolfi is in the stage now, and I mean, it's the car looks fine, so I'm not really sure what it is. He's just a little bit frustrated, I think. I'm not really sure what is what is wrong with him. He's a bit animated. He's talking to Chris in the distance. I can see this going on, but I'm not sure whether he's just watching Andolfi in here, and Andolfi is on his way. I'm just maybe getting some signalling here that Andolfi is I don't know, got a small issue somewhere. Not sure whether he's the rear wheel on Andolfi's car. You can see he's whacked the rim on the back of the car, so he's hit something in the stage. A little bit of a scuff on the back. So it's I mean, he's got to get back to Fuji. It's quite a distance. That'll be all right. It'll be a bit of a wobbly ride. But we'll see. We'll just get a quick word with him. Having a quick chat. So he's good. Fabio, obviously a bit of wheel wobble on the back. What happened?
In this stage, I take the cement and I mistake in one corner. I'm sorry.
Ok, so we'll just get him in Italian.
Sono uscito un po' largo da una curva e ho toccato il cemento.
That's Fabio Andolfi, so we'll just get a shot of that wheel just down here as he leaves. He's got a split rim as it lifts. You can see it wobbling away, and it just wobbles, and he just don't show that. Alexei Lukanuk is getting undressed. We don't need to see Alexei Lukanuk getting undressed in the distance. Andreas Mikkelsen, who will be first on the road tomorrow, is coming towards us. Yeah, don't pan round. Alexei Lukanuk's taking his clothes off. But anyway, we've seen it all now on Facebook Live. Fortunately, we didn't see it all, which is the most important thing. And we'll get a quick word with Andreas Mikkelsen. But Andreas, rallying around the streets of Rome, what was that like?
Oh, it was cold tires, flat out. It's not easy, but we had an okay stage for sure. We could be faster in there, not an optimal run, but it's also risky to really go flat out in there. So it's a bit of a balance, but we managed quite okay. I'm happy enough.
First on the road tomorrow, you happy with that?
I have no idea. I'm not sure. It's probably a reason why these Italians start further back. I don't know.
Okay, so he's not sure, but yeah, that car smells hot. That car really does smell hot. So yeah, not really sure why that is, but that car smelling a little bit warm there. But I've got myself back into some order. Car headlights coming on as it comes out of stage mode, and we're just watching Alexei Lukanuk just got himself fully casualed, and Gian Domenico Basso rocks up at the end of SSS0 and gets himself sorted. We'll just get ourselves in position. Previous winner of this event. Jando, how was that rallying through the streets of Rome?
Everything okay. It was very fun for us and for the people.
Okay, we'll get a word in Italian.
Tutto ok, dai, sono prove un po' da fare attenzione perché le gomme non sono caldissime, quindi abbiamo cercato all'inizio siamo stati un po' attenti sulle staccate e poi man mano abbiamo preso confidenza. Grazie.
I'll just give you some stage times as well. Car 16, massively quicker. Not massively quicker, sorry, but quicker. 1:53.9. Car 2, which was Mikkelsen, a 1:54.0. And Andolfi, a 1:56.1. So 4 cars through of our main contenders. We have had some others through. Henning Solberg just standing to the left-hand side of the camera there. and son Oscar in the ERC Junior category. But Henning just having a little bit of a watch. I'm not sure what he's really doing, but he's having a little bit of a watch. He's thinking wanting to do his laces up or something. But Miko Marcek and Simon Gospacek turning up. You see Breen off in the distance, flicking round to the right-hand side. The car looks totally okay. Into neutral. A 55-0. A 55-0 for Miko Marcek. Miko, we did a stage on your home rally in Warsaw, now one in Rome. How good does that feel?
Yeah, that was really nice to drive here in Rome, but hard tires were a little bit too cold, and I would like to be a little bit cautious to not have any problems with this big concrete blocks, and to start tomorrow morning with happy and go through the stage as well. I was trying my best, but that was a little bit too cold tires, plus not my perfect confidence.
And in Polish, please.
Słuchajcie, pierwszy odcinek za nami, miejski odcinek w Rzymie, bardzo fajny, dobrze nam się jechało. Troszkę zimne, bardzo twarde opony. Myślę, że docelowo w przyszłości możemy na takich oponach atakować. Natomiast na tym poziomie doświadczenia nie było to wskazane ryzykować za bardzo. Pozdrawiam Was serdecznie i trzymajcie kciuki, bo jutro zaczyna się prawdziwy rajd.
Dziękuję. That is Miko Marcek and Simon Gospacek, who have completed as Breen arrives in the distance. It's dark in the avenue of trees, and then they pop out into just a little bit of light, and then they go back into the shadow. Breen is arriving at the end of the stage. Paul Nagel co-driving their first podium for MRF in the previous round in Liepaja. And I've mentioned it before, Craig Breen this morning in answering in Italian, and it was absolutely fantastic. I didn't realise he spoke so much Italian. It was great to hear, I have to say. But we'll get him in English. Craig, obviously you've been around the world driving, but first time in Rome on that.
Yeah, it's a lovely stage, nice. Loads of people around, and with the sliding, so yeah, all good.
Okay, just sliding around. We're going to get him in Italian.
Bene, ho capito solo mezz'ora fa era il power stage, però siamo qui pronti. Ovviamente questa gara è una gara un po' difficile, però siamo pronti.
I think it's great. I think it's brilliant. Massive respect for anyone who can speak 2 or 3 languages. Huge respect, which is what most of these drivers are doing, speaking 2 or 3 languages. But Craig Breen obviously learning Italian as they just step out of the way. It's a 1:54.8. A 1:54.8 for Breen. Arriving now is Gryzin. Headlight already out on the car. Not that's a big problem, but headlight not working already. What has Gryzin done? It's a 1. It's naturally a 1. A 1:54.2. 1:54.2. Not the quickest time. Not the quickest time, but Gryzin tomorrow will go 15th on the road. I'm not really sure of that reasoning, but we'll try and find out a little bit more from Nikolai Gryzin. I expected the 1, 2 or 3 to be the position you take tomorrow, but he's a better driver than I ever was, and we'll find out his reasonings, but let's just see what is going to go on. Hakuna Matata is on his face mask this weekend, meaning kind of no worries. Nikolai, a great start in shakedown and qualifying. What was it like through here?
It was okay. Nice stage. I mean, in 2017 or which year there was a stage which you need to do just the hairpins. Here you need to work. For sure it's difficult when it has the concrete barriers, but it starts to be more interesting than last year's. I mean, it's nice that I didn't see too much people there, but okay, it's a COVID situation. But I'm happy. I mean, you are completely no pushing. I have a lot of pop-off openings, so we're not losing too much, and it's good to finish like this without any problems. All race will start tomorrow.
That's it. The big action starts tomorrow. The big action is happening tomorrow as car number 18 turns up at the end of the stage. Tommaso Ciuffi is here. I can smell the brakes as well. Another VW Polo. So small pop-off issues for Gryzin, but we get a quick word with Tommaso. Tommaso, tell me about the run through Rome, please.
Not a perfect stage, but it's okay. It's okay.
Tommy, com'è andata?
Ma non perfetta, ma dai, penso abbastanza benino, dai. Non ci volevamo prendere rischi, però ci abbiamo provato.
grazie mille. Tommaso is on his way. We just shut the door, make sure we don't trap his arm in there. But yeah, quite a few polos this weekend as well, VW polos. It'll be interesting to see how they go. A real big mix of different cars in the rally this weekend. A 55.6, a 55.6 for car number 18. It's a 54.2 for car number 4, which was Gryzin. The next car coming towards it is the Spanish pairing for Lefren Lorena and Sara Fernandez. Just off the podium in Liepāja after playing a game of strategy during the qualifying in Liepāja, and it worked wonders. They were in that podium fight all weekend as the car behind, which is Crugnola, just blasting up the hill, off in the distance to the right. They start their second lap, and Lorena is in. We get a quick word with him. Oh, I thought he was getting out, but he's just turning off his camera. We'll get a quick word. Fred, it's always good to take rally to the people and go into cities. What was it like?
Yeah, not so bad. We took it easily, but for sure we have problems with the pop-off. It opened 3 times, so we need to check, but okay, it's done, and tomorrow will be another day.
What is the target this weekend back on tarmac?
I don't know. It's our first rally with this car in tarmac, so we will try to be fast, but for sure we will be fast every stage, so we'll see.
We will see. We'll let him get away. Sara Fernandez very, very hot in the background, fanning herself with her time card. So I let them get away and get themselves cooled off and relaxed. They've got a long drive back up to Fuji, where the rally is based, and they're going to park for me. But pop-off valve issues for Gryzin, and now a friend Lorena, which is not super perfect and super ideal for them, as Granola turns up at the end of the stage. Won multiple times, stage winning times a couple of years ago. Quite amazing, really. And just watching what is going on in the background behind us, I find this as interesting. What happens behind the camera that we can't always show. Drivers chilling out, drivers basically kind of getting undressed, so to speak, to get themselves ready for a long road section. Granola is in. What is the time? A 53.3. A 53.3. That is the quickest time. He sets another stage-winning time. I got a feeling there's going to be quite a few of them this weekend. Massive push by the Italian pairing of Andrea and Pietro. Andrea, what a start and what a way to start in Rome.
Honestly, it was not so an easy stage. I made some small mistake, but I think like everyone, because it was the first time for everybody. But the rally tomorrow will be really tough, so we have just to stay focused, and we will see where we can be.
Andrea, com'è andata?
Abbastanza bene, qualche piccolo errorino, però ci sta, una prova nuova per tutti, penso che anche gli altri magari qualcosina hanno sbagliato, dunque va bene così. La gara ovviamente è molto lunga rispetto alle nostre che siamo abituati e bisogna cercare di fare punti.
Grazie. That's the 19 car gone. The 7 car is in. It's a 1:54.0 for Neil Solens and Mark Marty. A 1:54.0. The times are close. It is only a short stage. Times are close. There'll be some big gaps tomorrow. There's going to need to be some brave driving tomorrow. The roads are narrow, they're twisty, they're bumpy, they're fast, they're very demanding. They're going to have some guts about them tomorrow to get some big stage times and run high up on the order, which is exactly what they're wanting to do. But Neil Solens is in. We'll get a quick word with him. Neil, obviously you've rallied and done many events, but back in ERC and then rallying around Rome, how cool's that?
Good. Now it's tarmac time, so we will enjoy for sure, and we will try to do our best, and we will see if the car is working well on the stages as on the qualifying stage, so we will see.
What do you realistically see as a target this weekend?
Just to fight with the top guys, and if we can try to win the rally, we will try it, but let's see it, calm it. We like tarmac, but still a long way.
Still a long way, but you remember he was leading in Gran Canaria at the end of last season, so when he says fight with the guys and the girls and try and win the rally, that is not a daft kind of like option, a daft target by a long way, because Neil Solens and Mark Marty are very quick. But yeah, this is what I was just going to turn around. This is what the drivers are all like pulling over, because they've got to stop and then they've got to get themselves sorted because they've got this long road section. They'll take their overalls down, put them around the waist and everything, and just get themselves. You see, Sara Fernandez and her friend Lorena just doing exactly that and just getting themselves more comfortable. Radicals are very, very hot and sweaty, very sticky. And when you've got a long road section of 100+ kilometers to get back up the road, it's not what you really need. I'm just looking who should be coming next. De Tomaso should be coming next. I'm just checking that everything is okay and the car is now in sight. There seemed to be a little bit of a gap there. Just making sure I hadn't missed anybody. I hadn't missed anybody. So that was okay, but a few more cars. But yeah, the drivers just, it's a long road section and just get themselves comfy. Some of them have got their lamp pods on, some haven't, because obviously motorway for most of it, but then some smaller national roads when they get towards Fuji there. The Citroen door doesn't open as wide as some of the others, but Dynamo is in. We'll just get a quick word with him. The number 20 car, what's he done stage time? 1:56.2 or 1:56.2. But we'll just find out. How was that run through Rome for you?
I think I didn't take risks. I was very carefully.
Damiano, com'è andata?
Ah dai, ho cercato di non prendere rischi, ho dormito un po', però le gomme erano fredde. Va bene così per oggi.
So, grazie mille. We just shut the door on the Citroen. Selects first gear and he disappears off. So I'm just looking down the timing board. I've got a 53.9, a 53.9, and I've got a 53.3, which was the time of Granola, who is the quickest through so far. Car number 8, Eric Size, Jędrzejka Zarkova. Let's just see what time goes up on the board. It's a 1, which we would expect. 55.6, a 1:55.6 for the young Czech pair as they complete the first stage of this event. Going to get ourselves really mixed up with this SSS0 over the weekend. When we say after 9 stages, it's actually going to be after 10 stages and things like that. Eric Size is in. We'll get a quick word with him. I suspect there'll be a fist bump. And there it is, the fist bump is there. But Eric, I mean, as a young kid racing around the streets of Rome, it doesn't get much better, does it?
Yeah, it was really nice and good fun. I was maybe too careful to donate something because first stage, yeah, this was stage 0, but first stage last year, it didn't went off so good for us. So yeah, but anyway, I really enjoyed the time on the stage and really looking forward for tomorrow.
That's it, yeah, tarmac driver, that's exactly what he wants. Beautifully prepared car by Orsak Rally Sport. And beautiful exhaust. Look at the exhaust glowing on the back of that car. I love that on Ford Fiestas. I'm going to try and maybe get that. He's actually gone straight through and away and down. He's not going to bother pulling his overalls down and getting himself any more comfortable and relaxed for the drive back up the road section. So next up is Andrea Mazzocchi. Here he comes in his Skoda. Get ourselves sorted. I'm just wandering around all over the place, in and out in front of the camera and making sure that everything is okay. But here is the 25 Skoda. The time's up on the board of 58.9. 58.9 for Andrea. Pull the door, get inside, have a quick word with him. Andrea, how was that in there for you?
It's a special stage, but it's not simply. He's have her difficulty. I'm happy.
Andrea, com'è andata?
Abbastanza bene, non è sicuramente anche una prova facile, nonostante sia una prova spettacolo. Ci siamo divertiti e la gara è domani, quindi siamo usciti illesi, questo era importante.
That is our 25 Skoda through and away, a 1:58.9, a 1:58.9. And the car park that is at the stop line has got no more cars in it. Tell you what, I'm just waiting to kind of find out, and I'm not sure. I was just looking for, I want to show, and it's not going to happen, it's the Ford Fiestas that are best for it. The exhaust, absolutely glowing, bright red. The Skodas are a little bit, but the Ford is this brilliant. The Fiesta, really bright red, glowing exhaust. But there's somebody who potentially this weekend just could spring a surprise. who's really gelled as Norbert Herzig with this car this year, and he could be in for a little bit of a surprise, I think. But we'll get a quick word with him. Norbert, obviously a great qualifying this morning. How did the first stage go?
Sorry. Yeah, the qualifying stage was an absolute success for us, and this stage was absolutely clean round. I think it is the very good city stage. So congratulations for the organizer.
And in Hungarian, please.
Hello srácok, picit nehéz volt ez a városi gyorsági, mert kihűlt gumikkal kellett ismét nekiugorni, de volt egy kis rutinunk benne, úgyhogy egész jól lehoztuk a szakaszt, úgyhogy innen folytatjuk holnap.
That's great, brilliant. Norbert Herzig, I think that, I think he had a great qualifying. You know, he had a very strong Poland, hampered in Liepāja by road position, but his co-driver Raymond is just out of the car, I think, just checking the time. So he's just out of the car, just checking the time. He's not maybe happy with the time that they've been given on the board. On the board, it's a 54.9 for Herzig, as another VW turns up. Scattalon is here at the end of the stage, the 26 Polo. We'll get a word with Giacomo. Pull the door. We'll get ourselves sorted. Giacomo, how was that stage for you?
The stage is good, and the time is not bad, but it's very slippery, and I don't know. Ok, it's good. Ok, the time is good.
Giacomo, com'è andata?
Parecchio scivolosa, non ho azzardato più di tanto e è uscito un tempo abbastanza discreto, va bene, dai.
Okay, Scattalon said he's pretty happy. He's done a 54.9, so matching Herzig through there. And 54s is not bad when you think that Lukanuk did a 55.7. Lukanuk, I'm believing, just a little bit frustrated with the waiting around. Been a long day, you know, qualifying very early on this morning, and then the long drive down to here, then the press conference, the road picking, the start ceremony, the drive around Rome, then the stage. I think Alexei Lukanuk just maybe wanted everything to happen a little bit faster. I wanted it to happen at Alexei Lukanuk's speed, and unfortunately we have things that take just a little bit longer in getting everybody in and around. We'll get Johan Banato in, and here he is. Get a quick word with him. I think we're going to take the crash helmet off. It's going to be our last car on Facebook Live. We probably will continue for a few more on ERC Radio. Johan, a little smile on your face. On to the tarmac this weekend. What are the thoughts?
We don't know exactly what we can do this weekend, but we'll try to do our best, and we will see at the end of the rally. For the moment, it's just a begin, so we will see tomorrow.
What's it like in here? What was this stage like?
What
was the stage in Rome like?
Oh, it's a funny stage for spectators, but for us it's not very fun to drive here, but we have to do this, and it's good for the rally, so we have to do this.
That's it, yeah, taking rally to the people as the next car turns up. But Johan Banato is our final car on Facebook Live. We're going to continue on ERC Radio for a few more cars, but join us tomorrow on our social media platforms for more live rally action, and also on ERC Radio for every stage of radio coverage from all of the drivers. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching today.
Направо 2 плюс 40, 2 блок.